Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And as Savvy just reminded me, folks, this is the last game preview of the year. The last game preview of 2021 as we move into 2022. Let's hope the New York Knicks can move into 2022 with a win, ladies and gentlemen, as they take on the OKC Thunder tonight at 8 p.m., and this is definitely going to be an interesting game because Julius Randle is in health and safety protocols. Hopefully he's going to be all right. Hopefully his family is okay. But it leaves an interesting scenario for the New York Knicks as we debate and discuss who's going to start for Julius Randle. We'll see what it's going to look like tonight. I think most people believe it's going to be Obi Toppin. Most people want it to be Obi Toppin. I want it to be Obi Toppin. But there's always a question in the air when it comes to Tom Thibodeau and who he decides to put on the floor. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get with this. I got my man Savvy in the building, and we're going to go ahead and break this thing down, talk about it, figure some things out as we're going, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, sir. Savvy, what's popping with you, brother? How you feeling? Can't hear you, Savvy. You muted. You muted. Still can't hear you. Still can't hear you, Savvy. I don't know what's going on with your mic. Still can't hear you. You might need to get the mic situation cleared up. Hold on. There we go.
How about now?
There we go.
Okay, great. Yeah, no, it's good to be back on again. You know, last game preview of the year, and I'm looking forward to a good matchup tonight against OKC, and I'm looking forward to seeing who's going to start. I've been waiting for the announcement all day.
Yeah, you know, if you spoke to Tom Thibodeau right now, he'd probably tell you, "I don't know who it's going to be." Right? Yeah. That's a Tom Thibodeau thing. He'll probably say, I don't know who it's going to be. I'm sure he does know, and we probably won't get it until a little bit later on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true that.
Who do you expect?
True that.
Who do you expect?
I want it to be Obi.
Mm-hmm.
I actually expect it to be Obi. I think it'll be Obi. I think that if it's not Obi, then maybe we get a small ball sort of thing going on to start off, and we get RJ at the 4, maybe Burks at the 3, and then just have our usual set for the rest of it, right? But I do expect that there will be a good amount of interchange between whoever starts and Obi and Taj Gibson. So if Taj does start, then we'll still see a good amount of minutes going around just to not give him too much burn, you know. But if we kick things off, I would put my money on Obi Toppin starting today.
Yeah, I think so. It's about time. It's just time for Tom Thibodeau to give him his shot, see what he can do in the starting lineup. It's just time for it to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's just time for it to happen. I think it would be egregious, in my opinion, if he doesn't start tonight. I do. I think it would be
I think
egregious.
So, too.
You know what I mean? He's been working hard. He's been productive when he's on the floor. You know, we've had a lot of good nights from Obi, and we didn't get that last season. You know what I'm saying? He brings energy. He's working hard to play defensively. You know, give him the shot. You know what I mean? Give him the shot.
And he's done so with good consistency.
Yeah, exactly. Looking at the official injury report for the New York Knicks, Evan Fournier is questionable. That sounds like he won't play, but we've seen people be questionable before, and they end up playing. So he's questionable. Daniel House Jr., he's out with a right dislocated finger. Matt Mooney, not with the team. Nerlens Noel, he's still in health and safety protocol. Julius Randle is the newest Knick to enter health and safety protocol. Derrick Rose, he's out, recovering from right ankle surgery. Luka Samanic, he's in the G League. We'll see if, it's a wonder if right now, if he gets a call up for a little while. See what's going on.
Right. That would be interesting.
It'd be interesting to see him come play with the team. I'd like to see him.
And he's been waiting on that call up.
Of course. He's waiting on it. He's had some monster nights in the G League. So he's waiting on that call up. Wayne Selden, he's in health and safety protocol. And Jericho Sims, he's also in health and safety protocol. This report was as of 12:30 today. And for the OKC Thunder, they too have some guys in protocol. All right, Josh Giddey, he's in health and safety protocol. Shai Alexander, he's got right ankle soreness, so he's questionable for tonight.
Dang.
He's questionable. We'll see if he plays. Yeah.
Wow.
That's tough for OKC.
Yes.
That's tough for OKC.
And I like that kid, so I wish him all the best in health.
Yeah, you got this guy, Vit. I don't want to say his last name and destroy it. So Vit, he's on G League assignment. Trey Mann, he's out due to health and safety protocol. Alexic AP, he's out due to health and safety protocol. Jeremiah Earl Robinson, he's out due to health and safety protocol. Kenrick Williams, he's questionable due to a right ankle sprain. So their roster is very, very thin coming into this game. In this starting lineup, there's going to be a lot of players that you have no idea or no clue who they are. That doesn't necessarily mean they can't play basketball. It just means we don't know who they are because they haven't reached our radar yet. So it's going to be an interesting game. The Knicks are going to have, even without Julius Randle there, they should have matchup. They should have the advantage when it comes to the matchups. They should have the better players. They should have the more talented team tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
We've seen, though, teams with less talent bring the energy, bring the work ethic, bring the grit, bring the desperation. But this is going to be a different Knicks team that steps on the floor, right? If Evan Fournier doesn't play, we know Julius Randle's not playing.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have, three guys or two guys in the starting lineup that are first or second year players, Quentin Grimes, Obi Toppin, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Kemba Walker, who's just coming back from being, well, not just coming back. He's been starting for 5 games now again. But, he wasn't here last year. He's still figuring out his way with the Knicks. There's going to be a little bit of a different lineup for the New York Knicks if Evan Fournier is not there. Even with Evan Fournier there, he's still finding his way. So,
right, exactly.
This is a different one. I think it brings some intrigue and excitement as well. Not that Julius Randle's in health and safety protocol, but that we're going to see something different on the floor, and we want to see what it looks like.
What do you make of? So I assume that if Fournier don't play, then we'll see Kemba, Quentin, Obi.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Kemba, Quentin, RJ, Obi, and Mitch, right?
That's what I'm looking at for potential starting lineups. And excuse me for 1 second while I get the correct starting lineup up here on the screen. I'll get that up here in just a second. But yeah, for the New York Knicks, I'm expecting Kemba Walker, either Evan Fournier or Quentin Grimes. It's all going to depend on which one. If Evan Fournier is able to play, he's got right ankle soreness. If he's able to play, he'll probably start over Quentin Grimes.
Right. Right.
right? So it's going to be either Evan Fournier or Quentin Grimes, R.J. Barrett, Obi Toppin, and then, Mitchell Robinson. That's what I would expect.
So, yeah, I mean, if you were to ask me our chances of taking this game, I would say that they're pretty good, even given the fact that we've had some sloppy wins recently. But I would say that the main X factor was Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And if he winds up not playing tonight, then that tips the scales in our favor for sure.
Yeah, that's huge for OKC. Even though OKC is not, a great team, he provides a matchup problem for anybody.
Anybody.
You know what I mean?
And he's the kind of player that impacts winning in such a way that you could be outmatched and he can will you to a win.
Yeah, so
you know what I mean? Like I've seen him hit some clutch, buzzer beaters and steal a win right out from under a team that should have had every advantage in the book.
Right. So if you look at the projected starting lineups we'll just go over them again. The projected starting lineups for the New York Knicks: Kemba Walker, Evan Fournier or Quentin Grimes, R.J. Barrett, Obi Toppin, Mitchell Robinson. I'm expecting Obi Toppin. For the OKC Thunder, Ty Jerome, Luguentz Dort, Aaron Wiggins, Paul Watson, and Isaiah Roby. A lot of guys that we're not familiar with.
Okay, so I'm going to say this, man. I really hope Grimes gets the start. Oh, and like I wish all the best to Fournier in terms of his health, but like Grimes, what he brings to us defensively is going to be essential against Luguentz Dort, because Lu Dort is no joke.
That's true.
Lu Dort can do some things out there and give you some real problems. And if you don't have a guy that can at least make a defensive commitment to him and slow him down a bit, stay in front of him, then it could still wind up being a long night for us at the 2.
Right. Now, see, I think you're probably more afraid of Evan Fournier having to guard Luguentz Dort. You know what I'm saying? Because Grimes is going to come defensively.
Exactly.
There's no doubts about it. Grimes is coming defensively. Fournier may or may not.
If we was playing the Celtics, I would feel better about Fournier, matching up against Lu Dort defensively. But when he's not playing one of his former teams, you never know how much defensive commitment you'll get from him.
Right.
And Lu Dort's one of those guys that can beat a lot of defenders.
Yeah.
So you gotta have a guy who's like, this is what I do right here.
Right. So looking at these lineups, that's probably the matchup to watch. I didn't do a matchup to watch for this game because, SGA looks like he's probably going to be out. And, so now you wonder, okay, now what? Who do they have? I guess Dort's, Lu Dort is in Grimes or Fournier is probably that key matchup because he's probably the guy that could go off. If Grimes is on him, I don't think he's going to go off. If Fournier's on him, I'm a little bit nervous.
Yeah.
A little bit nervous.
Agreed.
Yeah, when you look at R.J. Barrett, Aaron Wiggins, you would expect that R.J. Barrett's going to win that matchup. I want to see how Obi Toppin steps up, though. If he gets to start, it's going to be really interesting to see how he steps up. The offense is going to look very different. Who's going to be the anchor of the offense? Normally, it's Julius Randle. I think it's probably going to be R.J. Barrett. Kemba, I think, needs to step up to be the leader. And then RJ needs to be the anchor, the guy that maybe you throw the ball into the post a little bit to pull in the defense and then kick it out. I think it could be RJ. I'm looking forward to seeing RJ step up. And this is his time to prove to everybody, I can be the guy. I mean, do you think, what do you think, Savvy? I mean, I think it's his time to step up during these games that Julius is out. Yeah. Prove to everyone what, a lot of people are not sure whether or not RJ can be the man. You know what I'm saying? Prove to everybody that Well, I guess, or just prove that he can or cannot. Either way, what do you think? Can he really do it?
You know that I believe that he can. You know, in my mind, it's not a question of can he, it's will he. And I believe that he should, because with Julius Randle not being available tonight, he sort of can monopolize his favorite driving lanes that he would typically have to share with Julius Randle. He'll get more opportunities to touch the ball earlier in the shot clock and do a little bit more decision making than he normally would if Randle was available. You know, I'd like to see him bring the ball up here and there. You know, like maybe, you know, Kemba brings the ball up mainly, but RJ can bring the ball up when Kemba gets rotated out, or even when Kemba's there. If they want to diversify the offensive approach, then they can have him. Then they can have Kemba make some plays off the ball, and then have RJ being in the role of a facilitator. And that's something that we saw, if not last season, I would say 2 seasons ago. And I liked what I saw, and I think that there's a lot of potential there to really complicate our offense, like as it pertains to how the other team is going to have to defend us. And I think it creates some great possibilities on the drive, and especially in transition. I like what RJ can do in transition when given the opportunity. And you know that pace is going to be there because Obi Toppin will be in the lineup, hopefully.
Yeah. You know, I want RJ to change his mentality for these next few games.
Me too.
Right? Change his mentality. I don't want to say for it to not be team-oriented, because I want him to be team-oriented, but I want him to get a little bit more selfish, too, for these next few games. Just say, all right, it's my team. It's my time.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, just claim that for right now. I think that's what he needs to do.
Absolutely. Last year, I felt like I was really happy with the 2-man dynamic he had with Julius Randle. You could tell that there was 1 and 2, right? We depended heavily on the both of them to do something for us, and there was a good rapport there. With Julius out, I want him to step into that role, be like, I'm the alpha. This is where I'm going to take us, you know, offensively, and I'm gonna lead this group. You know, like, we've been waiting for a vocal leader to step up, you know, and RJ is usually a very cool, calm, and collected, reserved dude. You know, we saw a little flash of anger recently, and I'm hoping he can bring that same intensity tonight. Okay, because we're gonna need it, and I think that if he just makes a case for himself being able to do that, then we can alleviate some pressures from certain players going forward when Randle gets back. You know,
right?
If RJ has been doing more of a share of the duties on the floor, then that allows us to diversify and think differently about how we approach the game going forward with our starting lineup.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So this is the time for RJ to do it. As a matter of fact, RJ Barrett today is the Thrive Fantasy Player to Watch. Savvy. It's Thrive Fantasy Player to Watch. RJ Barrett's been averaging 14.6 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, 2.1 assists, shooting 39.5% from the field, shooting 33.3% from the three-point line, and 71.6% from the free throw line. All right, but yes, he is the Thrive Fantasy Player to Watch. The over-under is for RJ to get 15.5 points tonight. Savvy, is he going over or under?
Over. Over. Yeah, I put him somewhere in the range of 22 points, maybe.
22 points tonight. I'm taking the over as well. Yeah. I'm taking the over on that. Yeah, the over-under on RJ to get 15. Basically, you might as well say 16 points tonight. Yeah, I'm going over that. I might put a couple of dollars on it. I might put a couple of dollars on it through thrivefantasy.com, and hopefully RJ, comes through. You know what I mean? And if, ladies and gentlemen, you like to put a couple of dollars on RJ to go over 15.5 points, go to thrivefantasy.com. You can also download the app, use the code NBK, and you'll get 100% match for up to $100. You get a 100% match for up to $100. All right? Use the code NBK. There's a link in the description of the video. You can click on that link. You only have to put the code in. The code is already there. All right, we'll talk about it again before the show is over. That's the Thrive Fantasy player to watch, ladies and gentlemen, RJ Barrett.
I have a question for you, Sim.
Yep.
So, let's assume Fournier does not play tonight. Grimes is starting, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you make of the fact that he has come to be ahead of quickly in that depth chart at the 2?
I think it has to do with defense.
Mm-hmm.
I also think it has to do with size.
Right.
Grimes is a little bit bigger, and so since you have Kemba Walker in the starting lineup, he probably doesn't want to then also throw out there Emmanuel quickly to start the game, at least, because now you're small.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I think I really think it boils down to that.
So for our second unit, if we get the starting lineup that we expect to get, that would leave us with the second unit. We have Deuce McBride, we'd have IQ at the 2 maybe, and then we'd have we have at the 3. We'd have Burks, right? He's active, he's healthy, he's good to go, right? And then at the 4, perhaps Kevin Knox. And at the 5, we'd have Taj.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like that.
I mean, the second unit is smooth. And that's another reason, you know what I mean? You already had that second unit of Quickly and everybody that you just named, right? Derrick Rose obviously is not there, but you got Quickly, and you got guy that just had 30 points for us the other night, 34, can't think of his name.
Burks.
Right now it's going to be Kevin Knox. Yeah. I think that's
or as many fans like to call him Michael Jordan.
Spree, right? Spree, Michael Jordan. Yeah, I think he wants as little disruption in that second unit as possible. Now, you're bringing Grimes up. No, Grimes wasn't always in that rotation anyway. Okay, it was normally Derrick Rose. So if he's starting for Fournier, but of course you're going to be bringing Obi Toppin or Taj Gibson out of that second unit. So that second unit is going to be a little bit disrupted. But I think it should be okay. They have enough chemistry in that second unit. I think it should be okay. And Kevin Knox has shown that, he's able to produce in that second unit. In his little bit of playing time this season, he's shown that he's been able to produce. So we'll see. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I did have to update the link in the description of this video. All right, so if you were trying to go check out Thrive Fantasy, the link is now there in the description, so you can go check it out. Again, RJ Barrett is the Thrive Fantasy player to watch, and the over-under is for him to get 15.5 points tonight. 15.5 points. I think he's going to do it. I think
he gets at least eight free throw attempts tonight, right? And I think we're going to do well in transition tonight.
Okay.
I'm expecting him to get to the line a couple of times, and for us to do well in transition if we're able to take advantage of some of these matchups on the defensive end.
Okay. Earlier in the season, RJ was doing a lot of getting the ball and going coast to coast, putting pressure on the defense. I want to see him get back to doing that. I know he's coming off a health and safety protocol and all of that. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I want to see him get back to getting the ball, going coast to coast and putting pressure on the defense because I think he's good at it. And it's not like he does it with blazing speed. He's just smart. He picks his spots, but it puts pressure on the rim nonetheless. You know what I'm saying? So I'd like to see him get back to doing that. RJ Barrett.
We saw him do that on Christmas when he went coast to coast and put it on Bogdanovich's head.
Yeah.
All right.
You know,
and it looked beautiful. You know, he still has that burst of speed that he can give us, and with the floor being as open to him as it will be tonight, I'm expecting him to seek to take advantage a lot.
Right. Looking at the numbers behind the game, your season averages, the Knicks are averaging 105.4 points per game. The Thunder's only averaging 100.4 points per game. Let's see if the Knicks can keep a fourth team in a row under 90 points. It's possible. The Knicks are averaging 45.4 rebounds per game, while the Thunder are averaging 46.2. The Knicks, 21.4 assists. The Thunder, 20 assists per game. Both teams around 7 steals. Both teams around 5 blocks per game. Both teams like 13 turnovers per game. The Knicks shoot 43.6% from the field, while the Thunder are shooting 41.4% from the field. The Knicks are better from the three-point line. They're shooting 36.1%. The Thunder shoot 30.6% from the three-point line. If this team gets hot on us and starts knocking down threes, I will be heated. They're shooting 30.6% from the three-point line this season. The Knicks 78.1% from the free throw line, and the Thunder 75.6% from the free throw line. The Knicks are averaging 41.8 points in the paint. The Thunder 44.2. The Knicks 14.7 second chance points. The Thunder 11.3 second chance points per game. And the Knicks are averaging 10.5 fast break points. The Thunder about 8.3 fast break points per game. So, listen, the numbers are in the favor of the New York Knicks. They've just got to go out and execute. The game is going to be a little bit different tonight. That's without a doubt. But they just got to go out there and execute, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching the Game Day pregame show. The Game Day pregame show. So for all of your most up-to-date sports content and betting odds, make sure you check out thegameday.com. That, too, has a link in the description of this video. So make sure you go check them out. Listen, all of your favorite betting sites, their odds are listed right there on Game Day. You can get all the information that you need so that you can make an informed decision. And hopefully you don't end up like that guy who, well, he made all the right decisions, I guess. I don't know if you've seen it, Savvy. There was this guy who he bet $100 for a bunch of guys to score the first bucket of the game. Everybody did it. And then when they got to Kristaps Porzingis, he missed a wide open layup and blew the chance for this guy to win $76,000. That was pretty bad. Yeah, if I was him, I'd be sending some letters or something to KP. I'd be hot. I'd be hot. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you can get all your information on the Game Day. You can also check out the Game Day's brand new football pregame show with Serena Morales and Kevin Kline. It's fun. You'll enjoy it. All right. They break down all the betting odds. January 2nd, this Sunday at 11 a.m. right here on YouTube. Right here on YouTube. And I'm putting the link in the chat right now if you want to set your reminders. It's a pretty dope show. All right. It's the Game Day NFL pregame show. Make sure you go check that out. Looking at these numbers, though, Savvy, is there anything that sticks out to you or that worries you about OKC?
I would like to see if we can keep them below average in rebounding as well. if we can diminish their ability to rebound the ball, I feel like that puts the game in the bag for us, especially if we're able to get second chance attempts on offense. If we can see a dominance of the paint zone like we saw from Mitch a couple games ago, then I think that we can make it happen, and we can make it very tough for them to capitalize on our misses, right? And I think we will have a good shooting night tonight. We have some. If Obi starts, we'll have some good passing in the starting lineup, and we'll have not only him, but we'll have Mitch being able to clean up at the rim, and get some putbacks in addition to the typical lobs and alley-oops that we see from them. And we'll have Kemba shooting, we'll have RJ shooting. Hopefully he can drain a few shots here and there when he's not driving to the basket. And Grimes, he had a poor shooting night. It happens. It's his first year, but he still gives you something when he's out there on defense. And so if he can just succeed on both ends of the court, I think we'll do pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
If we can minimize their second chance attempts, especially, I think they're going to have a really hard time finding a way to beat us tonight.
Right. Okay.
So I want to try to keep them below average in their rebounding numbers tonight.
Okay. All right. Without Julius Randle there, it's going to be a little bit tougher because he's the primary rebounder for the Knicks, averaging double-digit rebounds per game. That means Mitch needs to step up. Obi's got to step up. Taj, these guys got to step up and rebound the basketball. Big shout out to Sim Singh. He said, Sim, Happy New Year to you and your family. Sim Singh, thank you. Happy New Year to you and your family, and to everybody else that's watching. Happy New Year to you and your family. I appreciate you. K. Udine.
Salute.
Big shout out to you, my friend. I see your collection of Knicks hats there. He said, guys, do you think the Knicks would try to run the offense through Obi tonight when he's out there? I don't think so. I think it's going to be an equal opportunity type of offense tonight. With the ball trying to move and be, a little bit more free flowing. And we'll see how that works out for us tonight. You know what I'm saying? So no, I don't think that they're going to go through Obi Toppin tonight. I don't know if Obi is ready for that. You know what I mean?
Because I think the main thing.
Yeah,
sorry to cut you off. I think the main difference that we're going to see tonight offensively is speed. I think we're going to see a faster pace from our starting unit. I think we're going to see faster transition offense. I think we're going to score more in transition with our starting unit than we normally do. And I think we'll have more rapid fire decision making than we normally do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And see, as far as that question about Obi running the offense through Obi, I just don't think he attracts a double team yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And to me, that's the thing. That's when you run an offense through somebody, it's because either they are really, really good facilitators or they can attract a double team, which is going to open up somebody because you got two people defending you. I don't think Obi is going to attract the double team unless he's just hot. But I don't see Obi having the offensive footwork and just the offensive game to attract that kind of attention. And I put a poll in the chat to find out what people think about the over-under for RJ getting 15.5 points right now. 81% has RJ getting over 15.5 points. 19% has RJ getting under 15.5 points. Yeah. It's going to be interesting tonight, man. A couple of keys to the game that I have. One, guys got to be ready to step up. You're going to be pulled out of position tonight, right? Someone's going to step into that starting spot. Obi Toppin, I'm expecting it to be. He's got to be ready to step up and play ball. RJ Barrett, he's got to be ready to step up and play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Step into that role of RJ Barrett, I'm saying, of being the man. I think they need to start the game with energy. We've seen too many times that the starting unit doesn't have the right energy. You know what I'm saying? We've got to start the game with energy. Win your matchup. There's a lot of matchups out there that we should win tonight. From Kemba Walker all the way down to Mitchell Robinson. We should be winning matchups. We got to win our matchups.
Yeah.
I'm going to say we've got to win at least 4 out of the 5 starting matchups, and our bench should dominate.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm thinking. And our bench should dominate.
Absolutely.
I want Kemba Walker to lead the troops. You know what I'm saying? I want him to step up as the bona fide leader out there.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I'm glad you said that because, you know, in terms of pace, I know he has it in him, you know, still. Vocal leadership, I think, you know, there's no time like the present for him to really establish a voice beyond what already existed, you know, when he got back in the lineup. And I think if all things go the way they should go tonight, it's going to fall upon Lou Dort to try to beat us.
Right. And that's the one matchup that I'm saying we could possibly, you know, not win. So that's what I'm saying. We got to win 4 out of those 5 starting matchups, and then the bench should dominate.
Exactly.
Maybe they have one other person step up, but we've got to at least tie that. You know what I'm saying? Whoever steps up, we've got to at least have someone who's, you know, giving the same production on our side. You know, we can't let anybody win that matchup. We can let one person maybe win the matchup. Maybe that's Lou Dort. Other than that, we should be winning all of these matchups.
It's going to be an interesting game tonight, man.
And then we can't play down. We can't play down to the competition. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to say I'm not sleeping on OKC, but with the way things are, and they don't have a lot of guys playing, we can't play down. We gotta stay here. We gotta stay here. We gotta stay level. Go out, win our matchups, win the game, leave out of there with a 4-game win streak. Our longest of the season. We're already at our longest win streak of the season. Now we can go out there with a 4-game win streak. We can break our record for the longest win streak of the season for us, for the Knicks. Have a 4-game win streak. Even up our record at 18-18. You know, have our eyes set forward going into the new year. So that's what I'm looking forward to tonight, man.
A 4-game win streak going into January sounds like a beautiful thing to me. You know, if we can get this done, I'd be really happy with that. We've managed to punch our way up a few spots in the Eastern Conference standings, while some teams that we needed to fall down have been losing games. And I think there's no greater opportunity than the one that presents itself right now for us to be able to you know, really get ourselves back to equilibrium.
Yeah.
You know, even up and go into January with a renewed confidence and perhaps some more fortitude, because we're giving guys opportunities to rise up and show what they can do. And this being a team that was already deep could become a more consistent team. And when we get all of our guys back and look like how we normally look, we should be able to maximize our potential at a higher clip than we have been.
Yeah. So let's do it, man. Let's get us a win tonight. Let's get us a win in OKC tonight. And I think we got Nate in the building. Nate said he's going to be at the game tonight. You know, hopefully his sound is clear. I know he's out there outside somewhere, so hopefully his sound is clear. Nate, what's going on?
What's up, brother?
What's going on, man?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. What's up?
Yeah.
Hey, sorry, man. I'm outside of Oklahoma City.
Yeah, you getting ready for the game? I mean,
Yes, sir.
You're there already?
Yeah, I came in yesterday.
Oh, you're in
Walking back
OKC.
home.
That's right. You went from Houston to OKC. Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excited for the game tonight.
Yeah, man. Bummed that Randall's not playing.
Well, I mean, you get a chance to see Obi Toppin out there doing his thing.
Oh, I know. He throw some lobs.
You know
Hopefully
what I'm saying?
Barrett shows up too.
You said Derek?
It should be a fun game to watch in person.
Yeah, I'm actually wanting to watch Shea Gildas. That'd be fun to watch. But Kemba Walker, see how small he is on the court.
Yeah, but I think SGA he's questionable for tonight, so you may not get a chance to see him either. Now you see this is how painful it is, right? When you got guys in protocol and guys getting injured, you know, people traveling 2, 3, 4 hours to go see a game and they can't get to see the players that they wanted to see. It's tough.
Oh man,
that's tough. But you know, what can you do? What can you do, ladies and gentlemen?
That reminds me of this time when I was in LA. I saw OKC versus the Lakers, and I was sitting like, I had some really good seats, man. I was under one of the hoops, like behind the media section, and Russell was out, Paul George was out, every good Laker was out. LeBron didn't play. It was a mess. Like there was a ton of people out. Like it was no big names in that game, and I was like, man, like I don't know when I'm ever gonna get this chance again in my life.
Right. Of course. Well, ladies and gentlemen, listen, man, it's New Year's. Watch the game. Then you can jump on the post-game show tonight. But enjoy your New Year's. I'm not gonna stay past midnight on the show. I know you probably want to get out there and party and do whatever you're going to do. Maybe some people ain't. A lot of people probably ain't because of, you know, the virus out there. You know what I'm saying? But however you're going to celebrate, enjoy it, you know, bring it in with joy and happiness. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy you and your family. Nate, any last words you want to say? Because we're about to get out of here.
Hey, man. Everybody have a happy New Year's. I'll be rooting for the Knicks in the Oklahoma City Arena. So go Knicks. Hopefully Obi has a big game.
All right, let's get it. Hopefully he does. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your New Year. Enjoy your family. Savvy, any last words?
I just want to, wish our guys the best of luck. I want to thank the NBK family, the NBK network, for another great year in content and coverage. I want to give a big shout out to the fans in the chat that tuned in to this show and watch this game. Salute to Uncle Fulio out there. You know, everybody tune into the controversy that comes on later on. I wanna wish for a very thrilling game in transition with lots of dunks and alley-oops and lobs, so Nate can have fun. And Lou Dort, run it. I see what you got, buddy. You know what I mean? Because the Knicks might come a calling sometime soon. You heard me.
You never know. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. This has been the Game Day pregame show. Remember, for all your up-to-date sports content and betting odds, go to thegameday.com. Check out their new NFL pregame show. It'll be on this Sunday, January 2nd at 11 a.m., right on YouTube, live. All right, the link is in the description of this video, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate your time. I'm out of here. Remember, RJ Barrett, he's the Thrive Fantasy player to watch. Does he get 15 points? Over, under 15 points? Go to thrivefantasy.com, use the code NBK, and they'll match 100% of your deposit up to $100, ladies and gentlemen. The link is in the description of this video. I thank you for your time. I will catch you on the post-game show, all right, right after the Knicks hopefully dispose of the Oklahoma City Thunder. All right, but if I don't catch you there, enjoy your New Year with yourself, your family, be safe, all of that good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out. Be peaceful. Spread love.
This is NBK. Nothing but Knicks. When Sim passed the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.